Greetings, learners. I am Miss Russ, and I am here to tell you how to take your art assessment, which means that you are going through the entire artistic process in one class time to show what you know about how to think and act like an artist. Let's get started. So, tilting you down. Look, this is my second take. I don't have any more after this one. I gotta focus. Okay, so first off, you're gonna put your first name, and then you're gonna put your last name. If you know how to spell it, you're going to put down your number, which you know because there's probably a little sticky note right here that tells you what your number is. Your teacher right now is writing down your class code on the whiteboard so that you can write down your class code. And they're also telling you what assessment number this is. Most people take it 3 times. Once at the start of the year, the middle of the year, and then at the end of the year so that we can see how much you have grown in your abilities to think and act like an artist. Okay, once you have all of this done, it's time to prep your supplies. So, you are going to get yourself a placemat. I have a fancy dancy paper towel. You're going to get yourself a colored sheet of paper that is 6 inches by 6 inches. You're going to get yourself a white sheet of paper, a black sheet of paper, a pair of scissors. You're going to notice you might have access to big scissors, small scissors, or both. The trick is to always think through what's the best scissors for me to use for what I am cutting. Even as an adult, sometimes I like the small scissors better, and then sometimes I like the big scissors better. So really think through what will cause me to do my best work. You're also going to need a glue stick. Let's talk about glue stick care. So first off, to get the cap off, you got to twist and pull, and then you only want, see that, just a little bit of glue sticking out. Okay, we never want too much glue sticking out because otherwise all that glue will get on our stuff and it'll ruin our art. Then, to put the glue stick cap back on, do you see this? This is not on. See that white space? So instead I flip it over onto the mat and ooh, did you hear that? That is what I'm looking for. And then look, all the white space is gone. Okay, once I have my supplies organized, let's talk about the supply I do not have. Ta-da! No pencil. So when I think about my art, I have to think about what I am making with no pencil. Okay, so I am going to have a minute and I am going to make an art plan of what I want to make, what I want to create. And when artists create art, they are thinking about who they are creating their art for and what we want them to feel and think. Who? So I have to decide, what do I want the person to feel? Do I want them to feel excited or scared or lonely? And whatever I want them to feel, I have to make a story, a picture that will cause them to think those things. Then I also have to remember, no pencil. So after my plan, my teacher is going to take my pencil away. And we're going to go back to our art supplies and let me give you some tips and tricks of how to work with no pencil. So trick number 1 is we never ever cut the colored sheet of paper. This is our canvas. We never cut the canvas stays the same. So whatever I want to make, I have to cut out from here. And then I just do the best I can. You know, if my teacher knows that I don't have access to a pencil, okay? And then if I want to add any designs or lines, instead I need to cut those out from black paper, right? Because that is all a pencil does, is making a black mark. Or maybe I do white things with white lines, however I want to do it. I recommend not gluing anything down, whatever my story is here, until it's all kind of done so in case I don't like something, I can change it. And then how to glue. There's 2 options. Option number 1 is take my thing, turn it over, put my paper towel because we don't want to make our tabletop sticky, and then I stick it in place. Or I can take pieces and I can rub them over top like this just for little pieces because they only have to touch the glue before you can put it down where you want it to go. Okay, once the timer goes off, my teacher will say, glue sticks down, scissors down, And she is going to have us turn to a friend, or he, and we are going to share our art. We're going to ask our friend, what do you think? What's my story about? How does it make you feel? If they say it makes me feel happy and I was going for silly, then I need to think, what am I going to change or add to my plan once my teacher says, scissors up, pencils up, or glue stick up? Okay, so I'm going to draw or write what I'm going to change about my plan here, and then I'm going to keep working. When the time is all done, or I think my art is done, I'm going to take my paper, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to tell my teacher what my art is about. I'm doing the bestest writing I can, and I do not worry about spelling or grammar or any of that nonsense. I'm just trying to share, doing the best thinking I can. And then once that is all done, I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to go all the way around the square. I'm going to make an X in the center. I'm not pushing down. And then I'm going to glue my orange sheet of paper down that has no cuts on it. With that, I cannot wait to hear what you make when you use the artistic process to make your audience feel things and to tell them a story. Happy art making! Bye!